If you were going to build your own NBA team, Max, and we're talking about a franchise for years to come, would you take Giannis first?
I would. I'd take Giannis first. Apologies to Zion and Luka Doncic. I understand the arguments for both of them, but I think the argument for Giannis would be overlooked in that case. First of all, he's 25 years old. And it's not like he has a ton of wear and tear. Until recently, like he started out 24, 25 minutes a game, 30, 31 minutes a game, and kept improving as a player. And there's a phenomenon in sports I want to talk about where you see guys at a certain age perform at a certain level, like Luka right now. And the assumption is, given how much better they were than player B, let's say, at the same age, boy, the trajectory of their career is going to take them past that guy. But very few players who ever started at any level at any age ever get as good as Giannis is right now. He's about to be the back-to-back league MVP. I mean, that's what's about to happen. So I think of like KD and LeBron. KD is going to take over from LeBron. Never happened. KD, like I never looked at KD and said he's better than LeBron now. And given the injury now, given how LeBron's still playing, I don't think it's going to happen. I think about a shortstop in New York, a decade ago, 15 years ago. Jose Reyes was this phenom with the Mets, and he was an all-star, and Jeter was on the back nine of his career. Oh, Reyes is going to take over as the New York shortstop from Jeter. Really? Because Jeter was on an all-star team in New York after Reyes ever was, later than he ever was. Because some guys are performing at a certain level that it doesn't matter where the other guy starts and what you think his trajectory might be. It's very unlikely that anyone gets to that level. Let's take Giannis. Offensively, even without a shot, he is impossible, right? Like, if his handles were a little bit better and he hit the three a little bit more, he'd be the best player who ever lived already. Like, when I survey the landscape and people say, this guy's going to surpass Jordan, I don't see anyone in their primes that's going to do that. I think the closest I've seen is Giannis, who's 7 feet, who takes it hard to the hole, and by the way, is now shooting about 5 threes a game and hitting over 30% of them. If that ticks up, if that becomes 35%, good freaking luck. Defensively, he's a monster. You can design your team defensively around him, to say nothing of the offense, and he's 25, and given how late guys are playing into their careers nowadays, 10 years from now, Luka and Zion, 30, 31 years old, you're sure they're going to be better than Giannis at 35? Giannis is already a team-carrying MVP player. We want to see if he can become a championship player now. And the other guys, though younger, are not on that level and may never be.
You make a great point, and I really hate doing these type of debates because it feels like you have to argue against a guy that you absolutely believe in, which Giannis, I'm sure we all believe in Giannis, but maybe I'm just going to fall into the basketball hipster trap and go with Luka, because I think you said that Giannis was impossible to guard. That's not true. Like, the whole story on Giannis is that there is a way to stop him, and people and teams have proven that in the playoffs. And I understand your point.
With your whole team?
Maybe Luka, I understand your point. Maybe Luka never gets better than he is right now. Right now, he's averaging 39 and 9. Like, that's fine. Don't get any better. If he averages 39 and 9 for the rest of his career, that is fair.
29 and 9.
So, well, it's 29.7. So I just went ahead and rounded it up, but that's fine.
Oh, 30. I see. 39 and 9. Yeah, gotcha.
Right. Oh, yeah, not 39 points in 9. Yeah, 30 points, 9 and 9. So if he doesn't get any better, where he is right now is fine. And I do think that both of those guys have shortcomings. Neither of them are perfect players. So if you're going to build your team around Giannis, you're going to have to find somebody who can close games with the ball in their hands, because I think Giannis has not proven that he can do that yet. And you're right. Maybe he'll get better, but I'll use your own argument against you. We may not see that ever happen, because you said that players who start off great may not grow in anything. So maybe Giannis never develops the ball handling and the shooting ability to close games. You're going to have to bring in a wing player, because as much as athletic as Giannis is, he's not a true wing. He's a big man who can play on the wing, which is different than KD, who's a 7-footer who plays on the wing. So you're going to have to bring in someone to close games if you're going to win championships. And I agree with Luka. You're going to have to bring in some defensive help, because he is deficient on that end of the floor. I think it's easier to find people to support Luka defensively than it is to find somebody that you can rely on to close games with Giannis. So obviously, if I get to start a franchise with Giannis, I'd be in heaven. It's hard to go wrong building around a player like that. But given where they are, and Luka is 21 to Giannis is 25, so it's not a huge age difference, but there is a difference there. And given the development that you can hope that Luka can make and the development that you could hope Giannis can make, I feel more comfortable with Luka and bringing in a big, which they have in Dallas, to protect the rim than I do about bringing in somebody to close games. Tell me why I'm right, Jay Will.
Well, Nick, I hear what you're saying on Luka a little bit, specifically as it relates to closing games. Like, I don't know, man. Like, is making the right play closing games? It's like if I were to take LeBron James back in the day, like LeBron James didn't have the best history of closing games, but LeBron made the right play, right? And I think Giannis, look, the reality is kind of like Shaq, right? Giannis is a skinny wing version of Shaquille O'Neal. He's the most dominant player there is in the game. He may not like LeBron James as far as influence the game, but like he is. Like he's gonna punish you every single time. And there may be schemes out there to stop him that we've seen throughout the playoffs. But back to Max's point, he's 25 years old. I think Magic Johnson, I know, came in his rookie year and he won it right away. Right? He also did have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on that team, which made a difference, right? But still, like, it's okay to give somebody some time to figure it out with the pieces of their game that they need to add in order to win a championship. And I think sometimes we lose that because we live in this vacuum that we need it to happen yesterday, right? It's like Amazon Prime. I needed it 3 days ago, 3 years ago. Like, I think the trajectory that we're on with Giannis right now has been exponentially great with just seeing how much he's grown and putting the right pieces around him defensively and shooters. I think Giannis is going to be in a position where he learns how to make the right plays, and I think he could be considered a closer as he continues to add on to his game. There's no doubt, though, Max, like he's the most dominant player in the game. Like it might be challenging to stop him in the playoffs because you can wall up, but I still think the pieces that the Bucks have around him this year,
the only thing you could do.
If you have the right GM on board, that's the only thing that's going to stop him. If guys don't deliver.
Yeah, and by the way, Jay, guys. Yeah, first of all, he's a laser beam passer. Giannis is an excellent passer. He has those LeBron James cross the court, good vision, laser beam precise passes.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.